Hi everybody, hi. My name is Jessie and I do somewhat in-depth perfume reviews in ASMR format, so if you like perfume and if you also like ASMR, you are in a really good place for that. So today I'm doing another soft-spoken video and here is what I am reviewing today. So this is from the Hermès Jardin line. The Jardin collection is a collection that has a handful of different fragrances. From what I can tell, most of which tend to be lighter, fresher, green or floral or fruity nuances because they're all based off of gardens. And so this one is a garden sur la Lagune, so a garden south of the lagoon. So this one is obviously supposed to be a more aquatic garden, and on the box I can read what it says. It says, with un jardin sur la lagune, Hermès celebrates dreams and invites you to discover a secret location in Venice where fragrances come from the sky. In this vibrant and caressing perfume, the scents of magnolias and pittosporums mingle with sprays from the sea to create a singular gentleness. So this is based off of, smelling like a garden, like a marine garden near Venice that is on the sea. So that's the inspiration behind this fragrance. I have smelled quite a few of the other fragrances from this collection, and I actually have one that I'll talk about in a little bit later today, or a little bit later in this video, but here's the other one I have that's a mini. But yeah, I've smelled, I think, I've smelled more of them than I'm not from this line. So yeah, well, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. But before we do, I did try to dress on theme today. So as you can see, I'm wearing this blue and white shirt, which blue and white always to me is like very marine, aquatic feel. This kind of looks like a boating shirt almost, I would imagine. And then I've got these matching earrings. They're a little bit darker blue, but I think they're fun because they're cloth. So I've got those, and yeah, that is the look for today, trying to match this fragrance. As you can see, it's actually got a red theme to it, like a dark kind of brick orange red, like a tomato red, but I'm not really sure why. To me, it definitely reads as like white and blue are the colors that read. But maybe they already had another blue, a fragrance with a blue bottle, so they had to choose a different color. That's probably what happened. Alright, so anyway, here is the bottle itself. As you can see, it's in this rectangular bottle with smoothed edges. I do like the bottle. It's basic, but it's nice, classic. The top is plastic, so it's not the highest quality. This around the rim of the top is just plastic, so I know it could degrade over time. And I'm not going to go ahead and spray this right now because I actually sprayed it outside already, and I have the dry down here. I didn't spray it today because I've got to do some more things in my office and I didn't want it to smell too perfumey and intense. So I sprayed it outside. and I'm gonna smell it on here now. So this is a very strong fragrance, surprisingly, because it's mostly white florals and sort of marine notes. Sea notes is what they're called on Fragrantica. But this is a very strong fragrance. So, yeah. Alrighty, so I'm on fragrantica.com and I'm going to go ahead and read the main accords. So, firstly, we have white floral, marine, floral, woody, aromatic, salty, aquatic, and citrus. So definitely I mostly get the white floral and the marine accords, marine aquatic accords. What's interesting is that they have the floral accord in addition to the white floral accord, but all of the florals in here are white florals from what I can tell, so I'm not sure about that. And then also they have a citrus accord. There's no citrus in here, but I can kind of see where you could smell a bit of a citrus accord. So there's that as well. Sorry, my computer is making a white noise sound in the background, so it's too overheated probably, so it's making some noise. Hopefully it'll quiet down soon. The other thing, this is like TMI, but I filmed this video once already a few days ago, and I guess I accidentally deleted it. I knew this would happen at some point, that I would like accidentally delete one of my own videos before I've posted it. So like, I said this all a couple days ago. That's okay. I was definitely frustrated though when I realized my mistake. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and read the notes in this fragrance. There are only 5 notes listed on Fragrantica, and I will go ahead and read them to you. So firstly, we have sea notes, S-E-A, as in the ocean, sea notes. Secondly, we have magnolia. And thirdly, we have woody notes. And then we have lily. And lastly, we have pittosporum. I have never heard of pittosporum, but it's a white floral, and I will read the description. It says on Fragrantica, a sweet, heady floral scent reminiscent of jasmine and orange blossom, which makes sense because this has very intoxicating and strong white florals, and I know obviously some of that is from the magnolia and lily, but I imagine as well some of it is the pittosporum, which I've never smelled on its own, so I can't really say that I smell it for sure, but what I can really say that I do smell is the sea notes, the magnolia, and the lily. Those are most prominent to me. I also get the woody notes. I get a woody accord, but most prominently I get the sea notes, magnolia, and lily. So it really does smell like intoxicating white florals mixed in with like sea breeze and almost like salt water. Yeah, there's like definitely a bit of a salty accord, which I really like. Yeah, I feel really on the fence about this perfume. Part of me is like absolutely obsessed with it, and the other part of me is like, thinks it's just a little too strong. So I'm gonna give it another wear because I really like the scent. It's just so strong. I think if I sprayed it once into the air in front of me and then like walked through it and just did that, I feel like that would probably be perfect because it wouldn't be too strong. But like when I spray it on my wrist and maybe like once here, it's just too much. Like if I smell my wrist as too strong, it's really strong. So yeah. All right, let's go ahead and show the votes on Fragrantica for what other users are smelling most. So like I said, I mostly smell the white florals and the C notes. Those are the ones that are most prominent to me, and the other people on Fragrantica are saying that firstly they smell the C notes, followed by magnolia, then woody notes, willy, and then pittosporum. So similar, I guess, but really it is kind of like simple, and what you get is what you smell, you know? Yeah, so my reflections on this fragrance, I think this is very intoxicating, very beautiful. I think it's an outdoor scent. Like, I personally would not wear this to an indoor function that was anything casual. If I was going to like a fancy event, particularly during the summer, it would be perfect, indoor or outdoor. But just for your everyday stuff like work, office, or just like hanging with friends and family, it's kind of a lot. Like, it's definitely, to me, it's definitely strong. It makes an impression. So I think the ideal environment I would imagine wearing it in is like something outside in the spring or summer where there's a breeze and you're not intoxicating anybody too much. But yeah, I really like it. I do like it. I seem to like most aquatic marine type scents. And this one's really nice. It's just like the white florals are really intense, like I said. Alright, let's go ahead and look at some other statistics on this. So this, oh yeah, what I was going to say before moving on is I don't think that this is, what's the word, like, I don't think this is necessarily a crowd pleaser. Oh, this is not a safe blind buy. That's what I was looking to say. Like, I definitely don't think this is a safe blind buy. If you can get a sample, I would really recommend getting a sample. I think some people would love this, and I think some people would truly hate this. Like, truly, I think some people would really dislike this. So anyway, the overall rating on Fragrantica is 3.68 out of 5. So that's a bit on the lower end for what I typically see. I feel like 3.8 is kind of like a good average rating. So 3.68 is a little on the lower end. People are saying that this is mostly like a daytime and summer and spring perfume. I totally agree with that. This fragrance was also launched not too long ago, back in 2019. So yeah, it has been around for a little bit, but not too long. And yeah, in this collection, the Jardin collection, there are several other fragrances. There's one called Un Jardin sur le Nil, that means south of the Nile. There's one called Un Jardin en Méditerranée, it's a Mediterranean garden. Un Jardin sur la Toit, which means, I think that means like the top or something. It's like a garden on top of a building. There's one that I have here. I'll just talk about it now since it's coming up. This is Un Jardin de Monsieur Lee. So the garden of Mr. Lee. And this one I really like, and I'm looking for a full-sized bottle of it. This one has kumquat, so it's got some citrus accords, and it's also got jasmine and mint and some sort of like tree sap, I think. It's really interesting. It's very soft and peaceful. Like, usually citrus is like very effervescent and strong and like bright, but this one's actually very calm and muted. It's got that citrusy brightness, but in a very toned down way. It's kind of musky, and like, yeah, there's jasmine, but it, again, like in a toned down way. It's nothing about this is intoxicating. It's like totally the opposite of this, in that this is like, to me, like very punchy and attention grabbing and like intoxicating and like sharp edges kind of, and this one is just like very calm and zen. So anyway, I am on the lookout for this because if you've watched my channels, you know that this dabber situation is not my favorite, and I just really like to have perfume that I can spray. So this one, and then I see there's one called Un Jardin après la mousson or something. I don't trust my pronunciations of any of this, but this one I see has like a warm spicy accord. I don't know, I've never smelled that one. I've smelled all the other ones mentioned so far. That might be the last one in the collection. So anyway, yeah. That is a little bit more about the collection. Let's go ahead and look at the other stats on Fragrantica. So for longevity, people are rating this on the longer side. So maybe like a 7 out of 10 is kind of the average rating. I would agree. I would probably give it like an 8 out of 10. I definitely found this to be very long lasting, very strong and very long lasting. And then for sillage, people are rating this on the more moderate side, so maybe like a 4 out of 10. I disagree. I find this to have a very strong sillage. This to me is strong. It's attention grabbing. Those white florals and C notes are just like to me, these like hit you. And it's not like I've like asked my partner or anybody else like, is this really strong? But like to me, it's just really strong. And so like maybe that's just me, but yeah, that's my perception, that this would definitely leave a scent trail and projects. That's why I did not spray it in my office right now. Alright, moving on. For gender, people are rating this female to unisex leaning. I would say I think this is definitely feminine leaning. I can see why people are saying it's a little more unisex though. There's something about it that's a little bit almost like men's aftershave-y. Maybe the woody notes give it that effect, the like combination of the woody and marine notes give it that effect. I don't know, but definitely I get the white florals, and those to me really read as like more hyper feminine. So I would say this is more feminine, but a little bit unisex maybe. Price value, people are saying that this is decent price value, if anything a little bit overpriced. I think it's a pretty good price value personally, if you're willing to spend, I don't know, this is probably, I mean, I got this for like $35 on Mercari, but new, I'm sure it's probably over $50 for this size, so it's not cheap, but I think it's a good price value overall. Yeah, let's go ahead and read a few reviews. Let's see what people have to say about this. Somebody says, at first it reminded me of a hairspray I used in the 80s. French formula maybe? I didn't like it at all. After a few tries I grew to love it. A salty, woody floral. It lasts hours on me. I have Un Jardin sur la Toit, as well as a sample of Un Jardin sur la Nile, and sur la Lagune is by far my favorite of them. Alright, let's go ahead and read another review. This is somebody else who really likes this fragrance, and they say, Hermès Un Jardin sur la Lagune starts off with soft white florals, but soon settles to this warm, masculine, salty driftwood scent that I love. It feels like a hug from that cool big brother. It also reminds me of this nighttime Nivea lotion I used to slather every night when I was in college. The driftwood scent stays with me in around 5 hours. Stays with me around 5 hours with great sillage. This is definitely masculine. It can feel generic at times, but sometimes I want something generic so I won't be distracted. Yeah, I definitely agree that there's like definitely a driftwood accord in here. And like I said, to me this leans feminine, but I can totally see why someone would think it leans masculine. And these ideas are just in our heads. We don't know. We don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and find somebody who does not like this fragrance and see what they have to say. Somebody just says salty floral. That's all they say. They don't like it. They say salty floral. Somebody who feels meh about it says nothing like the rest of the Jardin series. The dry down smells like the aroma chemical amberwood. In fact, picking up my blotter for blind test, I thought I was smelling Chrome Extreme or something, but the jasmine still makes it lean feminine from top to bottom. Quite a peculiar combo, but not a bad smell. There's no jasmine in here, not that I'm aware of, so I think they're probably trying to say like the lily and magnolia. Alright, here's somebody else who is meh about this. They say this is pretty good. Big time florals, has a perfumey smell and something strange I couldn't place. Aquatic aroma chems. Yeah, well, definitely the aquatic notes have to be like chemical, like human made, because I don't think you can like derive those actually from the sea. Opening is interesting, but dry down is magnolia and other florals all the way. Not, for me, leans feminine. Yeah, so I guess quite a few men wear this. Let's find one more review of someone who does not like this. Okay, somebody who does not like this says cheap smelling woodsy notes laced with sea notes and a hint of some sort of floral. Does not smell like the brand Hermès. Does not do the brand Hermès justice. Very disappointing. So it seems like this is kind of different than a lot of the other ones in the line. It did, yeah, I mean, I smelled quite a few of the other ones of these, and this one does stand out. I personally like it. I'm still on the fence about if I want to hang on to the bottle or not. Like I said, I find it very beautiful and intoxicating, and I love a marine accord. Love a salty accord. Like, I'm so into that. Love a woody accord, but in a marine way, like nothing too heavy. So to me, I like this. It's just very strong. It's a lot. So I'm going to give it another try. Wear it again, just one spray, and walk through it so it's like just a little bit of mist everywhere, and see how that goes for me, and maybe keep it, maybe not, don't know. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching to the end. If you are still here, I really appreciate all of your support. I hope all of you are doing wonderful and just doing whatever you can to make it through your life as best you can. You all have your own walk in life, your own journey, and I really believe in that, and I believe in all of you and your ability to keep walking down your path. Alright, everybody, that is all. I will see you in a future video. Bye.